I've come across this barn today, Salisbury Plain. I think it's Baden's farm. And although it's been renovated and not conserved but converted to the purpose which is now military training, a lot of the original features still retained. The brick plinth, and I date these are machine bricks, so I'm thinking 1830, 1860. The implement building, a pair of them, possibly the stabling. Again, you can see the plinth, solid wall. Originally a pair of doors, interesting, north-northeast, south-southwest. The roof is not, I think all of it's been replaced. However, I think they've used the original technique for the construction, for the reconstruction. I was looking at the supports with the curvature in them, and the curvature I thought initially was when the roof was recut, but the curvature has occurred because of the weight of the beam and possibly the weight of the roof, and that's created a curving. Traditional jointing's being used to give some idea of the beam. I think that's approaching 12 inches by certainly 5 inches. And I think all the joints have been mortared, so they've dropped into place, and then the roof is holding down all the mortise joints. It's an interesting feature of the door frame, and that was to allow the wood, and the bar was put in place. And that was the keep side. The plate I'm looking at, I think that's originally 6 inches. Then the brickwork that was almost end on course. And it was tied down in place, and I think they've duplicated the same technique. The north door was taken out, I think, on the renovation, as it was no longer serving the purpose of a barn. Usually the two doors opposite each other, it was the barn being positioned in the prevailing wind for thrashing, so that two doors could be opened. But of course they would also allow access, easy access, rather than go around the whole of the building complex. Go to the north side, if you see what I mean. You directly came through to the implement and stabling. Double purling in this section. Single beyond. Very interesting building with all the techniques that would be needed to reproduce a barn. It's quite complete. And here you can proportion from your monitor what the distances would be, so you can scale a building. What's wonderful about this is that it was rebuilt by those in a manner, and probably taught to the workmen who rebuilt in exactly the traditional manner. How it's evolved. This is probably the end evolution, if you see what I mean. So this is really from the mouth and the mind of those who knew their craft. I'll just show the coursing level. How many courses? So there doesn't have to be any guesswork. This could be duplicated and scaled to size. There we are, we've got 9-inch bricks, so you can work out simple calculation, distances between the uprights.